Hello. Hello.
Howdy.
Yeah.
That was aggressive.
What?
That was so strong.
Entertain the audience.
How? I don't want to do anything embarrassing again.
That's on you. That's on you if you do anything you find embarrassing.
Well, I don't know how do I entertain? What do I do? What does that mean? What does that mean?
The audience is waiting.
It's y'all's job. Don't look at me.
It's y'all's job.
Yeah. You call it work.
I call it work.
He calls it work.
You call it work.
Because he calls it work.
And you're co-workers right now.
Yeah. So come on.
I don't work here. I don't get paid.
I pressed the
I
button.
don't get paid? What the fuck
Oh,
are
you're
you
an unpaid intern?
I'm basically.
Smart. Smart business model.
All the work, none of the pay. Got his ass, bitch.
What do you
Stupid
mean? You're just
fuck.
here.
Yeah, I just live here.
Like you actually just live
I
here.
just live here. I just come over to this guy's house, turn on my microphone, and he sits down next to me. That's just kind of all that happens.
Really though. Like we stay. Yeah, we're looking at Willy Boy.
William.
Boy.
Willie
He's an angry
Boy.
boy.
He's angry.
Sure is.
He's pretty angry.
Pretty angry. I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Look at those sideburns.
They're pretty strong. This angle, they're very interesting at this angle.
Yeah, when you see him like head on, it's like, oh, he's actually got like a pretty slim face.
Yeah.
Like.
But I mean, that's like kind of snout. You know, that's how snout
Yeah.
works usually.
He is, doing his thing.
Also, I'm currently, so I know. You're already aware of this, but audience is now going to be aware of this. So Shueya, I haven't been able to quite work into my vocabulary, but I'm going to be working on Boots the House Down Sleigh and keeping
No, you're
that
not.
in my.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Really
I'm gonna
hard.
cancel you if you like.
What do you think, audience? I know at least one of you will be on my side with this.
See, I'm disappointed
Yeah.
because it shouldn't be that. It should be Cetus Lapidus.
Oh, Cetus Lapidus, everybody.
Cetus Lapidus, look at Willy Boy.
Look at William. Oh my God, Cetus Lapidus.
He is having a crisis major.
Oh my God. The crisis is major.
He is not viral right now.
No,
Like,
not at all. I'm having a hard time remembering more of the
He's gonna
vocab.
blow an O-ring.
Oh yeah, he's gonna bust an O-ring. O-ring officially busted on this man.
That movie's like lingo. Unfortunate. I kind of love it though. I freeze.
It could be like with Teen Beach. Oh, it's so nectar, man.
He says it like twice. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel.
It doesn't feel organic at all, but the fact is he says it.
Yeah, he drinks something and goes like, oh, so nectar, man.
Maybe if you kept that to just drinks.
Yeah.
Like if you were imbibe, because you're just like, oh man, that was so nectar. I'm gonna try.
feeling
that.
the nectar.
I want to see how people feel about that when I say it. Oh man, that was so nectar. And they're gonna be like, what the fuck did you just say?
It almost feels oddly sexual.
Right? But that's why I kind of like it. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna be sitting next to someone at a bar and like drinking, like say out loud to myself, wow, that was so nectar. Guy turns next to me, hey, what the fuck you just say to me? What the fuck?
Oh my god. Fucking, it's awful. The coyote walks across the field briskly. He's keeping his composure. He's coming from the direction of a noisy jet black automobile with a sleek white hood. It's but it's hard to pay attention to the machine when the enraged looking coyote is storming towards us.
What in the hell is he doing here?
He do just look good, damn. The badger opens his mouth to answer, but the coyote holds up his paw.
Don't even speak, Nick. That was a rhetorical question.
I feel like this portrait is like a 90% of the reason why I like Nick.
Just the
This portrait is like 99% of the reason why I like William.
I mean, it's the annoyed, flustered little sweat droplets, hand on the hip. You know, like
It's
it's
powerful.
really good.
He's annoyed at me.
Yeah, not anyone in the game. At me
He's
specifically.
annoyed at me.
Oh, it's so good. Do you know how bad y'all look with him being here? Showing up near a crime scene.
I don't know what to say. He's not wrong, and we're caught. I feel like lying more will only make this worse. But somehow I can't bring myself to speak. The odd puttering sound of the vehicle coming to a stop, and the big coyote turns around. A large ram exits the machine, a light shimmering from the glossy black door, and an even larger wolf steps out on the opposite side. Look at this jolly man.
Mr. Hendricks.
Yeah. So this is like the grandson of of James Hendricks that we
had encounters with in Carl's route.
Yeah.
Okay. So Carl's great grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the grandson of that
James.
Hendricks.
Yeah.
Of that James.
So
yeah.
who's this man?
He is also James Hendricks.
Ah, so he's James Hendricks the first.
Or their third or something, or second. I
Okay,
don't know.
so then Carl's grandfather is like the fifth or something.
Yeah.
James Hendricks. Somewhere in the line.
Yeah.
They're all a James
This
Hendricks.
this is like the middle gen between the Hendricks we met as a ghost and Carl.
Okay.
He's like in the middle of that.
Wait, he's in the middle of that?
This man that we're looking at.
So Carl, this
man, and then farther back is James Hendricks, the ghost man we met.
the ghost that
Yeah.
I had them reversed.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is he's younger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm following now.
Yeah. He walks across the quarry towards us as well. There's a look of terror in Yao and Nick's expression, but they quickly hide it, turning their expression blank. The ram chuckles warmly. I didn't drive you out here to make a scene, Sheriff. Now, what manner of rigmarole is unfolding here in front of me today?
Just a standard investigation procedure, Mr. Hendricks.
An investigation procedure? Now I respect your authority, Sheriff Adler, but there will be no shakedown of my employees on my watch.
This cougar ain't your employee.
Not yet.
Ho, ho,
Pulls
ho.
out like $20, drops trows, starts
my
sucking.
employees. Start sucking, my boy.
The ram looks me up and down. Slowly.
Jesus.
Ooh. Then he smirks. Oh! So he isn't. I'd remember hiring an albino if I had.
But he wished to be.
I look to my left, surprised. It's coming from Yao, but it doesn't sound like him. His accent is much thicker, and his words aren't clear.
This man very strong. Expressed interest in work. A great promise. Want to show him where we work, so he could believe in the work easier.
And James is smiling brighter. William very much isn't.
He's so annoyed.
A prospective employee? Excellent! Broad shoulders, strong hands, a straight posture. You have a soldier's build. I never like it when people say that. Danica Mining Co. would be nothing without our strongest men. We're always looking to pack in more muscle.
It is an institution, sir.
Quite right, my boy. Yeah, I was a grown man. You, doddering cunt. I force a smile, nodding. So, there you have it, Sheriff. No worms beneath that rock to sniff at.
He's so mad.
He's livid. He is just
Like-
like, I came here, this man was not under protection, and this gay ass motherfucker over here is
Ugh.
just like, I'll take 5.
I'll take 5 pounds of that white beef. I'll take 8 pounds of that white beef.
I've never seen an angry expression on William's face in my life. Feel free to scope wherever you wish, of course. Perhaps you'll find cooperation easier when you put your best foot forward, eh? He shakes his head and winks as he tisks. Pay my office a visit tomorrow. The ram points his cane to a building, sitting above the quarry that's nicer than any I had ever seen before. Thank you for considering me, sir. No trouble at all. No trouble at all. The 3 of us waste no time in leaving as quickly as we can. William doesn't even look at us as we leave, but his bushy tail thrashes from side to side as his arms rest on his hips. Nick and Yao leave me, telling me that they have to get back to work. But they tell me I should hang around. I don't like to think about what would happen if William caught me alone. But I don't like to think about disappearing without the folks at the hip knowing where I am. So I have to decline. Nick shakes his head. Yao takes a piece of paper, writes down their address. I put it in my pocket and then head my way to the brothel. When I get there, I check in with them to let them know I'll be busy tonight. Dora had me pick up some deliveries to make for a lost time tonight, which I can't begrudge her for. Just some food and cleaning supplies. Time passes quickly, slowly, just slowly. Very quickly.
Very quickly.
Very quickly.
Very quickly in that slow kind of way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean, though.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That was my whole this past week.
It is what it is.
Whole week.
It's been a long day. And by sundown, I'm ready to meet with Nick and Yao again. I follow the street address. The shack ain't too far from the remains of the press. Near the opium tents. Look at the shack. Look at it.
I see it with my eyes.
Yes. But when I arrive at the address, it isn't much of an upgrade. Nick's dwelling is, as the badger had told me before, a shack. It's one of many clusters of similar-looking wooden buildings with slanted roofs and a single small porch. Clotheslines are hooked between the ones close enough together. I knock on the door and hear heavy steps.
Have you ever hung clothes out on a line to dry in the daytime?
My grandparents did that. They did not have they had a dryer, but they only used it for denim. Everything else they had a clothesline for.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Huh. I've
It's kinda
never had one. No one in my family ever used one either. It
Mm,
was always just washing machine and dryer.
no, well, that's America, right?
It's true.
It's like not rural. Is it urban? Is that the rural is?
Rural is the plains and the farms.
Yeah.
Urban is the city and the suburbs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I basically always lived in like more urban areas.
Yeah. I liked the idea of like, taking the laundry out to the clothesline and hanging it up on a nice warm, sunny, windy day, but I've never just been in that situation.
Mm-hmm. I've had to help with that. It's like fine.
Yeah. Aesthetically, I just think there's just something to it about me, but that's, part of the far off dream. Maybe one day,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll have that nice
I
little bit of
understand.
property.
Well, you could always just put one up in the house and then just like
Put a fan.
put fan.
Yeah, I'll hang one up right over there,
Yeah.
like where the kind of how the Christmas lights were, but
Yeah.
lower, and then I'll just hang all my clothes up right there.
And you just have like a little trot beneath it
Trough.
to catch the water.
A trough.
Yeah.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah.
There's something to this.
Yeah. We can get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see Nick's familiar face at the screen door, and he unlatches a few locks, letting me in. And not that I think any intruder would be kept out of the screen door if they wanted to break in. Yo, facts, though.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be inside this building until today. I haven't. That's what it says. The porch opens up to a very small foyer with a coat rack and 10 locked metal safes aligning the wall. I immediately notice the fix of sour, earthy, and wooden smells that fill the cabin. Inside the screen door, there's a grubby-looking kitchen no bigger than 10 square feet with a wooden stove, a sink missing one of its handles, and an oven. They got an oven.
Yeah. See.
To the left is the rest of the cabin. 2 sets of bunk beds lining the north and south wall, and 1 bunk in the western wall. I see calendars, poster clippings, and photographs plastered to the walls inside of the bunk beds. Some of the beds use dividers to block out the view of others, so that they can jerk it. Some of them hang their clothes beneath the other bunks, using them as curtains.
Some people just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They'll be like, hey, if you look, you're gay. So I'm just gonna sit here and beat it.
Well, you know,
real
make
quick.
it so having an audience sometimes, that does it for some people.
It's true.
No.
This is true.
But there's next to no sound insulation. I hear kicking and scrabbling from one bed to behind a divider, and the ruffling of bed sheets behind another. Somebody else out of sight is scrapping a bowl loudly. Nick takes a seat on one of the floor levels of the bunk bed, crouching so his head doesn't hit the top. His bunk is covered with practical things, such as a corkboard and a calendar. But there are other things too. Pictures of ornate buildings in a city, 3 smaller badgers, and a large woman. Some frilly, delicate desserts that I haven't ever seen before. He also has a wooden yellow duck sculpture on the bed frame shelf.
Duck.
He like duck.
He like
You think duck cute?
Little duck.
Duck. He looks slightly cross-eyed.
So did we ever establish that like there aren't bird furries in this world?
There are bird furries and there are birds.
Okay.
Kind of like how there are snakes and that there are reptiles.
Reptile furries.
Beagles, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we ever see a portrait of a bird person though.
That's what I mean. I don't think we've ever
They get
seen-
mentioned though.
Okay.
Which like, why the discrimination? Why is that, friends?
Well, that's why you just have to draw your own echo portrait.
Oh my god.
You could be smoke room time period, or you could be modern time period.
If I chose smoke room, I could literally only have one outfit because everyone in this game is designed the same
Well, it's because
for fashion.
clothes were kind of a little limited back then. You wear a white button-up shirt, suspenders, and like brown
Was that
pants.
the actual style at the time?
Yeah, suspenders and I mean, because
Or is that the perception of the fashion of that era? Yeah, see? It's a real question.
I would, probably a perception more, but like the types of suspenders that they wear, a lot of pants were made with those loops for the suspenders to hook into instead of like clip-on suspenders like we wear now.
Apparently, fashion was more jacket-based.
Well, maybe for those more in a regular, highfalutin sort of, with money. These people don't have money. Mr. Hendricks was wearing a jacket, and William's a hardworking stiff. Yeah, love them some jackets, huh?
Yeah, seems like it was more jacket-based.
Well, you're not gonna wear jackets when you go work in the mines.
Well, they have the out.
Yes.
But then you have like people like Murdoch and friends running around. It's like I'm pretty sure Murdoch would be wearing
wear a
like,
jacket.
Like he should be wearing a jacket.
Yeah, and I mean it might also be regional as well, considering where they live.
This is a hot and bustling town.
A hot town.
Yeah, but you still have to look nice.
It's true. But he looks nice, but without a jacket.
Yeah, but they didn't like they just suffered for.
That's kind of true.
That was back then. Like,
Yeah, fair enough. They would.
you know, it's
They
kind of
would
like
just
how
kinda-
marching band shit. It's like just suffer.
You just kind of
idiot.
fucking deal with it. Yeah, you signed up for this, dum dum.
And they signed up for being born in that
For
era.
being born. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
yeah,
off.
fuck them. Fair enough. Well, you can do a nice 1910s audience. Isn't that what you want to see? Josh do a little smoke room. That could be what you do. So for all of your streams for the month of October,
No,
you could like do a costume.
no,
Put on a pumpkin head or some shit.
no,
Dress up in a nice little 1910s
No.
outfit. Yeah.
no,
It'd be so fun though.
no. It looks slightly cross-eyed. Yao climbs to the bed above me. His space isn't as decorated with objects. If it's the top bunk, there's no space.
It's true.
Surprising to see no photographs or nothing. Just a few slips of postcards with characters in vertical rows that I can't read and don't recognize. But the wooden shelves going to the ceiling are filled with porcelain pots and teacups. I take a seat next to Nick under Yao.
I'm sorry about earlier.
His voice is barely a mumble. A sudden cough behind one of the screens reminds me again that we have next to no privacy. It's not your fault. My voice is barely a whisper. The coyote's been following me all day. Should have known he'd show, considering his belligerence.
Yeah.
Belligerence.
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 No, we took a risk we did not have to take. And we have nothing to show for it.
He's right. This is bad. I really don't mind.
I do.
That's a good look.
Whew, yow. You could say meow. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
I don't think you will.
You say you don't think I will? Where
Yeah.
where am I going to be?
Dead?
You good? You good over there?
What am I supposed to do with this?
Man, another banger. Gonna tally that up right there. Oh yeah.
That policeman grates on me.
Nobody's fine.
He isn't so bad.
Whenever he isn't using his tricks against you.
His tricks can be useful. I just prefer that he not use them on me.
And there's the hitch.
Will he continue to follow us?
Knowing him.
We both know he will be back. But he won't be able to follow us inside the mines. Then your friend must join our next shift.
Won't somebody start noticing me lurching around the mines?
Not if you actually work there.
What a shame that I never will.
You should at the very least apply. Even if you decide not to. Otherwise, you will have to make Yao look like a liar.
Well, he is a liar.
Sam. It is important that my employers do not know that. I have carved out some level of trust.
I scratch my whiskers as I hear Yao shuffle around above me. So, how long?
Yao? No more than a week. Maybe 2 hours during the night.
There's no way they'd hire me in that godforsaken place for just 2 hours of 2 hours a shift.
Well, you'd be helping us when you aren't on your shift. They will give you assignments during the day. No assignment will take only 2 hours. The foremen do not set us loose into the mines without orders or supervision.
There's a sudden giggling coming from behind one of the screen dividers. I don't like that it sounds so close despite not being able to see a damn soul.
We should sleep now.
He looked at me.
It may be prudent to spend the night here. We've 2 empty beds, but I recommend the top bunk next to me.
When he says that, I take a closer look at the bed next to him. There's nothing on the wall, nothing at all. No sheets or pillows on the mattress, nothing. The bed on the bottom bunk on the west wall is the same. Nick hands me his blanket. I hear himself stammer. No, I couldn't.
This weather is too hot for my blood anyway.
I'm freezing during the night, Nick.
Freezing?
He stifles a laugh.
You do not know what freezing is. Take my gift, or I will be insulted.
Fine. Nick waits for me to get to the top of my bunk before he blows out his candles. Then I close my eyes and wait for sleep to take me. I feel my consciousness fading.
Fade.
Until my eyes snap open and I wipe the cold sweat from my brow. I lie awake in the little bed. There's a chorus of snores all around me. I hear tossing and turning in the bunks all around me. Some moaning. Another man is crying in his sleep. Fucking little loser.
Oh my god.
Moonbeams shine through the window, making the room glow. I turn around in my bunk to look at Yao, maybe to wake him. But he's staring into the ceiling, wide awake, a head in his arms. He catches my gaze and stares back. I beckon him forward with my paw. He shifts around in his bed, turning to me. I make my voice as low as possible. I meant to ask you something earlier. It's about when you were down in the mines. Down in that room you found him in. You felt something before we left those mines, didn't you? The tiger stares hard.
I did.
So did I. And I heard it too, when you went on ahead. What is it, Yao?
I don't know. It didn't walk or sound like any miner I have heard before. But that's not the first time I've encountered something shambling around in the dark down there.
But what do you think it could be?
My goal is to never get close enough to find out.
Might be worth knowing. Could be a wild animal.
And if it is?
Well then, you know.
And then you're enclosed in a tight space with a wild animal. Likely a hungry one at that.
That's true.
Good night, friend.
I cross my arms and sink into my mattress. Good night. I toss and turn in this uncomfortable bed before I can finally start to feel myself slip away. Yeah? Daytime.
Daytime.
Rowdy voices wake me up. The sounds of clanging pots or ruffling sheets and slamming metal lockers make my head throb. My shoulders ache from the night on the hard mattress, but I manage to drag myself out of the bed. There are a few surprised glances from some men, but no vocalized greetings. I hear many different accents and simple phrases in my broken language. Nick and Yao are already dressed and collecting tools.
You're awake. I was worried. We have to start our shift soon. Do you remember where the hiring office is?
Of course, the quarry. My memory's not that bad.
I'm gonna go meet Brenda.
So, which game would you want to play first? Until Dawn or the Quarry?
I mean, I've played Until Dawn.
Yeah, but that was how many years ago?
That's a good point. I think I played it in like 2015.
Yeah, that was a decade ago.
Not yet. There's still 2 years.
So it was basically a decade ago.
Basically a decade. I
You
suppose.
probably don't remember anything.
Um,
Buffy was in it, right?
no. Sarah Michelle Gellar was not in it.
Oh, she,
It was it had Hayden Panettiere. It had one like some guy that I've seen stuff in. It had Rami Malek, if I think that's his name. Who else? Yeah, it had people in it. You know,
You had people.
had some people.
Okay.
It's fun. I mean, I enjoyed it, truthfully.
Mhm.
I did good. I got them all out alive on my first playthrough, so.
Ew, gross. Come on.
I wanted
Don't you want the annoying ones dead?
I mean, they're all kind of annoying though.
Oh, well. Time to do a clean run.
Like the bitch character is like, she's like a bitch character, but not as likable as Brenda in the Quarry. I'd be interested in playing the Quarry because I've only seen like small bits and pieces of it,
Yeah.
but you know,
Could be fun. How much are those games?
they might still be full price. I think I still
Are they
own.
full-priced games? I thought that they were like...
Well, I don't think Until Dawn is. I own Until.
Well, no,
Dawn
I mean
still.
like the other games they did. I thought they were like at a reduced price point because they're not fuller games. Yeah, how much is the Quarry? How?
The Quarry on Steam. Yeah, $60.
Ew, that's a little much.
Yep.
It's a little much. So we'll have to wait for that. Okay.
It'll probably go on sale sometime. But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're hurt, so it could be.
He pulls me into a tight hug that could break me in half if he wanted, and claps me on the back.
I wish I could be there with you.
Oh, did you see the little blushy?
I did see it.
Oh,
Look at
just
him.
just a little blushy. It was easy the first time I did it.
Just come to me if you run into trouble. We will see you at lunch.
Okay. I don't see why they're so worried. I've had a job interview before. At this company, even. Then again, it has been 2 years. No. Maybe things have changed. Changed much more than I remember. The fancy-looking office at the top of the Quarry is as neat as I remember it. The young secretary, who looks like some kind of polecat, gives me a look. Mr. Ayer for 10:30, I presume? Yes, ma'am. She picks up a telephone with one hand and slid the rotary dial. Ahem. That's him. Yeah. What is that, friend? Where?
I don't know what that is.
What is this, friend? Where you go away? What is this, friend?
He's some kind of beetle.
Oh.
You
Okay.
keep reading. I'm gonna get a paper towel.
Okay. Yeah, I know he's early. Well, okay then. Her eyes narrow and she tilts her head. You can go in now. Thank you. The needle-eyed secretary doesn't answer and goes back to, pounding the eyes on her typewriter. When I enter here, the office is mostly how I remember it. A large desk separated the small room in half with bookshelves on either side. On my side, there is a stool to sit on. Right?
I was just staring at Artemis because she was like eyeballing me.
Yeah. That's your cat.
Yeah, she's something.
On their side, 2 comfy armchairs.
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 2 comfy armchairs.
Look at this lad.
Look at him.
Look at this fluffy lad.
I like him.
Fluffy lad. Okay.
He's so cute.
Now this is fashion of the area.
Yeah.
Now this man is fashionable.
Absolutely. Man, dogs with floppy ears are just superior.
Oh.
They just are. I didn't make the rules.
I like how expressive pointy ones are. You can do more with pointy ears than floppy ears.
It's true,
Floppy ears just sit there.
but they're so cute. But they're just so cute. I love floppy ears. They're so cute.
To the left is a man who I'm starting to get used to seeing, James Hendricks. To the right is a sharp-eyed hound I've never seen before. He has an uncomfortable kind of gaze. I don't know, this is kind of comfortable, if you know what I mean.
Those bags under the eyes tell a bit of a different story. He looks very sleepy.
Oh yeah, so. The scrutinizing kind that doesn't blink enough. Swell of you to have shown up on time, Samuel. The most important part of a job is to always keep your commitments. That's funny. I don't remember telling this man my name. That's very true, sir. Mr. Hendricks will do. That dour-looking soul over there is Mr. Briggs, my partner and the co-owner of Danica Mines. I expect the other man to laugh, but he doesn't. I don't feel familiar with either of these two, so I just nod. He tells me that you worked here before. You have a file. I'll be conducting this interview. The last time I applied for a mining job, I interviewed with the secretary. I was given an assignment pack and condition, and what I earned was fairly cut and dry. The two men are the owners of the biggest mine in the state. Something isn't normal here. Samuel Ayers, age 23, 1913, born in the Magnolia State. No felonies. Compliant, but constantly did not maintain his own equipment. Physically fit, but hesitant to take on a challenge. Let me ask you, Mr. Ayers, were you happy here? Another day, another dollar, Mr. Briggs. Now that's a positive attitude. The hound's lips go tight and form a sideways smirk as he tilts his head. Now, you see, Mr. Ayers, that's not what I asked. And if you don't answer what I ask, we're going to run into problems sooner or later. I asked if you were happy, which is another way of asking, were you grateful? You see, we have people from all over the world who would love to work here. Immigrants from every coast, from the Orient, from Europa, the southern lands, hell, even from the jungle, I'm willing to bet. We're the first line of supply to building a new world, Mr. Ayers. So if that doesn't make you happy, you might as well just walk out the door like you did 2 years ago. So if Yao's plan works, that means we're going to rob this motherfucker. That puts a smile on my face. Now, Mr. Briggs. A blunt edge can cut the fur, but it's a razor that tidies the scruff. You're close with the immigrant Nikolai, yes? Stuck at the hip, one could say. Is he now? Does he know that? How does he know that? That? I've never met this man until yesterday. Mr. Ayers, one of our current troubles is that Nikolai is one of our best workers, but I fear he has run away with some wild ideas. Unfair, unfounded ideas, I must add. It would make his life so much easier if he were to rein those thoughts in. Or to have somebody encourage him to. I think you would be uniquely suited to that role, yes? Somebody's been spying on me. Enough to know what I do and what I do for Nikolai. But apparently not enough to know the worst things I've done. Somebody from the hip, then. We're all good men who just want to work for what we're given. Nick's not the boat rocker type. I can talk most nonsense out of him. Do you support labor unions of any kind? I don't know what a union is. That doesn't matter. Do you intend to support any labor movements in the future? I couldn't say. Join any labor union and is grounds for immediate termination. So why haven't you fired them yet? He looks up at me. There is a prodding look, but then he smiles again. I wasn't under the impression that you were giving this interview. I do like this man's smile.
Yeah, it's a good smile. Kind of a dick, but
I know.
he's doing a great job. at it.
I'm like, oh yeah.
He's doing such a good job at his whole thing.
He looks down again at the contents of my folder. Will you purchase and maintain your own equipment if employed here again? I would be happy to cover those costs. Let's just call it a hunch that this is a good investment.
He wants that dick so bad. Oh my god, this man is like, yo, Samuel, I'm trying to get this guy out of here as fast as I can. I need you over this desk right the fuck now. Jesus Christ. Or is he I need you to bend me over this desk?
Ooh, what do you think he is? What do you think? What's your soul read on this man?
I would say that he's a I want you to bend me over this desk kind of man.
Okay, reasonable.
That's my vibe.
All right. Everything's in order then. The hound slaps my folder on the table. Deliver this to Miss Miranda. You start tomorrow. Okay. Well, we'll end the part there.
Alrighty. That went pretty good, I think.
Yeah. We'll see you around, everyone.